We've got some new spectacular video of a record-breaking skydive streak around the world. A group of 9 former U.S. and Canadian military service members broke 3 world records, making 7 jumps in only 6 days, 6 hours, and 6 minutes. They started in Antarctica and they ended in Australia. One of the most spectacular was over the Egyptian pyramids in Cairo. The team jumped to honor veterans who gave their life in service, raising money to fund hundreds of scholarships for Gold Star families with the Folds of Honor Foundation. And joining me now is Mike Sarraille, founder and CEO of Talent War Groups. He is a retired U.S. Navy SEAL officer and also the author of The Everyday Warrior. I got to say, Mike, there's nothing everyday about you, but let's move on from that. 7 jumps in 6 days around the world, even for extreme thrill seekers. That is a lot. So what was that like and what were the biggest hurdles to getting this done?
Well, the 777 is a concept that's been around for decades. Everyone said it can't be done. And I'll tell you what, don't tell the American fighting man something can't be done. And so to do that and also do it in honor of the legacy of our fallen, we took 18 months, we dedicated our lives, and it just shows what the military can do. We took the playbook out of the military. We bought down risk everywhere we could. The team of 9 conducted over 800 training jumps to prepare for it, again, to make sure that we were doing it safely. And the guys absolutely came through. I could not be more proud.
What was the hardest part about the prep? What were the biggest challenges?
It was, you know what, I had some nights where I woke up at 2:30 and my wife had to calm me down because I felt like a fraud, like we were imposters, because everyone said you couldn't do this. And so naturally doubt creeps into your mind. That's just human psychology. And you know what calmed me down is knowing that I had 8 brothers in arms who were proven in combat around me, that no problem, no obstacle thrown our way, we wouldn't find a solution to it. And quite frankly, we did.
Yeah, you did. Tell me about the Folds of Honor Foundation, Mike. How much money did you raise? Who's going to benefit from it? And where do you go from here?
Absolutely. So Folds of Honor is a great organization. They provide educational scholarships to spouses and children of either fallen service members or service members that are highly disabled, and now families of first responders as well. So 91 cents on the dollar go to educational scholarships. And that means a lot to us, not only to tell the story, the legacy of the guys that we left behind, the men and women, but also to educate the legacies they left behind as well, their children. We've raised $700,000. This is a long campaign because there will be a documentary on the 777. So we've got 1 year. Our goal is $7 million in all, and that would be 1,400 scholarships. Amazing.
Out of all the jumps, Mike, which one stands out the most for you?
We thought it was going to be Antarctica, but once we got over Egypt in the pyramids, you know, guys with 8,000, 1,000, or 11,000 jumps were like, that is the most iconic jump I've ever made.
Wow.
And as you're flying, you know, 200 feet off the tip of the pyramids, there's just no replacement for that.
Okay, but not for nothing, I'm kind of obsessed about the new documentary you've done about jumping into the world's highest drop zone, Mount Everest. I mean, we're going to play some of the video here. Video often pales in comparison to experiencing something like that firsthand, but this is incredible to watch. I mean, I can't imagine what was that like to do it.
Again, surrounded by a bunch of former special operations soldiers, you know, the camaraderie and the brotherhood is really the best part of these trips. Yeah, the terrain and the jumps are beautiful, but we were jumping in honor of Extortion 17, which was the single largest loss of life incident in Afghanistan when 31 Americans were killed. And we raised $200,000 for scholarships for their kids. And as beautiful as the terrain was, that's what really was important to me, is raising that money.
I can about imagine. But when it comes to just jumping out of airplanes, how high were you for that last one over Everest? Because that thing's, you know, 29,000 feet and change. The oxygen, I didn't see oxygen on you in that last video. Were you guys, did you have oxygen?
So we wore oxygen on all the jumps. The jumps, we usually got out around 23,000 feet from a helicopter. And the drop zones are usually anywhere from 17,000 to 20,000 feet high. So there's not much of a fall. You pretty much jump out of the helicopter and deploy your parachute right away because you're coming up on the ground pretty rapidly.
Well, like I said, there's nothing everyday about you, despite having authored the book, The Everyday Warrior. Mike Sarraille, thank you so much for joining us. And for anyone who wants to hook up with your remarkable efforts on behalf of Gold Star families, for more information, everybody, you can check out the Legacy Expedition website. We're putting it up on the screen in just 1 second there for you. Meantime, thank you, Mike. And that's going to do it for me on this edition of Alex Witt Reports. I'll see you again tomorrow.